Hi and welcome to this video on the countable and uncountable nouns. Now, this is one of the main divisions of nouns. You might already heard of common and proper nouns. Well, this is yet another division for the noun or noun division. Now, what does a countable noun mean? Generally, it's a noun, so it's a name of something, when it can be separated. So we'll use it for objects, for people, for ideas that can be separated. Generally, that means that there is a singular form and a plural form of these nouns, these countable nouns. So the singular would generally need a determiner before it. So you'd have a person, the person, this person, my friend. So you would need a determiner before it. And the plural, that would mean that you could count them. One person, two people, three people, five friends, and so on. Okay, now various examples here. We have the example of a friend. So this is a countable noun because we can find it in a plural form and we can separate them. So we can also have one, two, three different friends. So you can use lots of different determiners basically in front of it. That's what makes it countable. Okay, you can't say, for example, a money, monies, two monies. It doesn't exist. So that would lead us to this second column of uncountable nouns. So names of things, names of substances, concepts, materials, but they are considered mass nouns. You can't separate them. It's just one big block of something. So it could be the weather. You can't say a weather, weathers. You would say weather. You could say advice. His advice was good, but you can't say his advices were good. That doesn't work. It doesn't exist. Music, sand, and so on. All those are uncountable nouns. So they can't be divided. That's very important. Generally, they're considered to be singular with no plural. Although you can't place a or an before a weather and advice, you can't do that. You would make sure that the verb was in the singular form. So the weather is good, his advice was good, this music is pleasant, and so on. Okay? Now the ideas, the concepts are quite simple. It's generally when we start to use quantifiers, so all these words here in purple, when we tend to use quantifiers, mistakes do come up. So when do we use quantifiers? We use them when we want to focus on numbers, on quantities. These here only work with countable nouns. So you could say few people, a few people, many people, several times, both days, each time, either day, fewer people. You can use them with lots of different nouns. So countable nouns could be, for example, coins. I had few coins in my hand. For several days, we will stay at this hotel. We will stay there for several days, so that's countable. Seasons, and so on. So lots of nouns are countable, and fewer are actually uncountable. So uncountable nouns, we've seen a few here already. We could also say that money is uncountable. Time as a concept is uncountable. Sun, rain, those things are uncountable. And you could use uncountable nouns with these quantifiers here. So you could say a little rain, not much sun, a bit of money, a great deal of time, and so on. And then in the middle here, you have a series of quantifiers that can work either with countables or uncountables. So you could easily say some people or some advice. So it works with both. Any, no, all, enough, most, a lot of, and so on. Okay, so that's about it. Thanks for watching.